Welcome to another edition of the Sporting Hour with Lynwood Robinson and my co-host, Mr. Happy Cole,
Peace.
national known comic also, stat and board guy, Mr. Sam Karpel. And as usual, we'll be back start the show with the Woodshed, but we're going to play have one short 3-minute musical interlude and do a ready to rock and roll. George Williams, first thing in the morning. Go. We're back now. Welcome to another edition of the Sporting Hour. My main man, Happy Cole, Sam Karpel, and usually start the show with a thing called the Woodshed. And what I want to say about this is, and I'll ask Happy to join in just a minute or so. In my lifetime, I think there's been three faces of the NBA: Magic, and Bird, and LeBron. But now that 4 of the 5 best players in the league are European, I didn't think a European guy could be number one. One, the language barrier. 2, usually they don't want it because usually they always go back to their home country in the off season. And 3, for today's NBA, they are very, very loyal. But I think there's a chance that be broken now with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic in LA. I think the league might have had something to do with this, man. Put him in LA, good-looking guy, and then you get in better shape. Incredible generational offensive force, and LA's one of the big markets. He can do it. Jokic couldn't do it. I don't think SGA wants it. Giannis had a chance but didn't want it. This guy can do it though. I see you shaking your head, Sam. You think so?
I was nodding. I agree.
Yeah. What's Happy Cole? What do you think about Luka? Hap saying no. That's what I like about Hap, man. Usually, some people disagree for the sake of disagreeing. He disagrees, but has a point. What do you think, Happy?
First of all, let me go back to your 3 faces of the NBA
right
in the history of the game.
Yeah, go.
I cannot believe that you did not put Michael Jordan in that group because he carried the NBA.
You know,
when he
he's
played in
automatic. I
Chicago.
can't. Well, I'm on drugs then because I've had a name Michael. Yeah, I'm on drugs. Matter of fact, I think he got it where it is now. I take total responsibility for being an idiot and not naming that guy. Go.
Yes, so
Go.
that's the first point. Second point, listen, I don't know if Luka can be the face of the NBA because the thing that Luka doesn't have that the other people you mentioned
have,
he's not a proven winner yet.
Yeah, no loser's going to be the face of the league. Good point.
You see, before Larry and Bird even came to the league, you knew them from Michigan State and Indiana State.
Yeah, you got to have
You knew them
built-in.
already.
Yeah,
You knew them already from the championship game in college. And then you knew them from the matchups they had as soon as they got into the NBA. Immediately,
Yeah.
they started becoming recognizable figures because they were bigger than most in the NBA at that time, even though they were rookies. Luka came in, Luka put up some numbers, but he didn't play on a team that was, relevant. And that's the other thing that these guys had that Luka didn't have. So Luka to me is more like a Chamberlain or somebody like that to put up massive numbers, but they were on a team that really didn't matter or irrelevant for the most part.
That's a great point, Happy. Chamberlain was great, but flaky. Alcindor, or as we know, Kareem, was great, but stoic. The guys you named, or the guy I left out, and the other 3 guys I named, they were great for the league. That's the difference. Go. Luka just.
So it is to me, Luka is the face of the Lakers now. I think that's as far as we can give him.
Yes.
As far as facing of something,
That's in our top.
he is the face of the Lakers now.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll take the mantle from LeBron and
He said LeBron.
and
That's a good
and
one.
go all. So I think Luka will do well in Los Angeles. I don't think that. Yes, sir.
On a scale of 1 to 10, who do you dislike more, Duke basketball or LeBron James?
Boy, it's getting to be close.
I know.
It's getting to be close, man.
He really does. Now, in Hap's defense, what I'll say about him is he might have his biases, but he'll give his points. He always respected Duke, he just doesn't like him. Right, Hap?
Yes, I respect the hell out of him
Just
because
don't like him.
Duke does something that no other college team can do.
But
And
you have a palpable dislike. You can see it of LeBron
yeah,
James.
you
Your
probably can
jaw,
taste it and
yeah,
smell it.
your jaw tightens
Uh,
up. Your jaw
oh, my
tightens
ass
up.
tights
Yeah,
up.
your neck veins get bold.
Yeah,
But all right,
yeah.
finish
I
finish
just
finish your points about Luca, man.
well, and I think Luka's going to be a phenomenal offensive player in this league for a long time. And I think that he'll be the face for the Lakers. I mean, he'll carry that mantle for a long time. But I don't think he's ever going to be the face of the league.
Well, a better
Uh,
point is, can the European be it? The point you made that I failed to bring up that I had thought about was that they come over with no built-in emotional feel for them because they show up and they're good. But like you said, Magic and Bird in
yeah,
Michigan State, Indiana State, we saw them all through
yeah,
college. Yeah, they were great.
yeah. So that's the advantage of these American players have now. Eventually, now that we've seen Wemby for 2 or 3 years now,
Oh,
I think he might eventually become the face of the league. Only because what he's doing and the way he's doing it.
and that is
So he's
size.
a different kind of talent to me. So if I'm building a team, I'd rather have Wemby than Luca.
Yeah. Yes. 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 And how about this? I know you say you didn't think Cooper Flag. Let me make my point. Cooper Flag's gonna be a great, great pro. But if San Antonio gets Flag and Wemby and Pop comes back at coach, watch out, man.
Yeah. New Robinson
Yeah,
Duncan situation.
yeah, they got Robinson Duncan there, right? Is he still there?
Who's that? Duncan Robinson with the Heat. Who we talking about?
I was saying,
No.
I was saying that it's like the NBA would love that storyline. It'd be like another Tim Duncan, David Robinson kind of
Oh,
feel
yeah,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'd be best for Flag too because we talked about it last week. He could use to be on a team with some other weapons.
Flag, man. I think he's. I kind of agree with what Happy said. Not like off the charts, not Larry Bird, but a good player. Maybe even
Hey,
very good.
here's why I say that. Okay, not that the guy's not talented, but there's a lot of guys in the NBA at 6'8" can do what he does.
Well, Happy, what's the key? What's the key to being in the league, man? Can you guard your position? That's the key.
Well,
Amen.
I don't know if it's the key or not because a lot of people in the league
Yeah.
don't guard a damn soul.
I'm talking about not playing basketball. I'm saying when crunch time. That's pretty good.
I mean, I
Can
mean,
you guard your
Luka
damn?
doesn't guard a damn soul. Kyrie doesn't guard a damn
Let me
soul.
tell you something. Those two guys are generate. Hap. All right. Let's stop. Small players like 6'3" and under, putting the ball in the basket. Nate Archibald, laying big man. Nate Archibald, finishing around the rim. Archibald, Rod Strickland. Who else had? Who I'm
I'm telling
leaving
you
at?
right now,
But
they're great, but I don't think any
Kyrie
of them can
Irving.
finish
Oh my God,
like Kyrie.
that guy, man.
None of them can finish like Kyrie.
He's also a little bit bigger now. He's like 6'3", but yeah,
Kyrie is, probably the best small closer in the history of the NBA
he's up there. He's up there
because the shots he makes when he gets to the basket over bigger people.
with the offhand too.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. We slid to another topic, but you don't think? But hey, here's the crazy thing about Luka Doncic, man. He's only 26, man. So we got eight,
Well,
9 more years at greatness.
Yeah.
He's only
I don't.
26.
But here's the thing, though, Wood.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it from the other way too.
What's that?
Luca may have peaked at 26.
Obviously, I don't know, but I don't think that's true. But that is a good comeback. But I'm telling you, dude, he's gonna average 28, 29, 30 points a game for the next 5, 6 years.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully. But will that turn into winning basketball?
The Lakers need some more pieces, man. Because LeBron is on. LeBron, come on, man. The man's 40 years old, and if he ever plays back-to-back games, you could tell he is a human being.
Yeah. Well,
I have to like LeBron.
when you when you are 40 years old, when you perfected the art of flopping,
Oh
you
yeah,
probably can play. You probably can play for another 3 or 4 years.
I think he's got two.
You know.
He could play
Uh,
if he ever developed a post game, a consistent post game. He could play 3, 4 more years,
he
man. Average 18
he
points a
won't do
game.
that. He
Yeah,
won't do that
could make it look
because
bad.
he'll get hit too often and he'll flop too much. You know. So
You got a point, man. You got a point. You got a point. But you
oh,
don't think a European can be you okay, Happy? You think a European could be face of the league?
uh, n-
Ah,
not right now.
Wimby.
Not until I think Wemby's got a shot at doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what Wemby does, something different than Luca. Wemby is a great offensive player and also a great defensive player.
Right.
So he is he is equivalent to me to uh, David Robinson with more skill on offense. So uh, Luca will be known, putting up big numbers and points and hitting 3 pointers. But you'll never hear somebody say, "Wow, did you see that block by Luca?
Right.
Wow, did you see Luca turn that shot away? Wow, he went to the basket, but Luca was standing there." You won't ever hear that.
What a defensive stand by Luca. You won't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't
Yeah,
ever hear that.
yeah. It won't say
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, you'll hear Luca pick your jockstrap up.
No,
Luca,
yeah,
retie your shoes.
after he does make a defensive stand, they'll say, "We need an ambulance on the court
Yeah,
right now." Look, man, they played no defense. But the worst defensive slash great offensive player, there's a tie have. But a three-way tie. Luca, James Harden when he was rolling with Houston, right? And this is me and Haps here right here. George Iceman Gervin played no defense, but he could score, couldn't
that guy was amazing.
he? Yeah.
But the same moves he used on offense, he used on defense. So,
Getting away, getting away from the other guy.
yeah, let me get out of your way.
He could score though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's pretty
Sam,
amazing.
he was spinning at the free throw line and finger roll from the free throw line.
Yeah.
That guy was like 6'8" with the wingspan of a modern day T-Rex
It's crazy.
or
That T-Rex. They're so
I mean he was amazing, man.
he could play,
That
man.
guy was
He
amazing,
could
man. Yeah,
score. He could score like 4 straight years. He was great, man.
yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
great. All right, but so we didn't get Sam's opinion. What do you think, Sam, on there being a European face of the league?
I think
I thought,
Luca's the closest it's been, probably. But you need a guy who can have more an all-around game, like Happy said, and then
yeah,
also a media personality. It kind of remains to be seen if Wemby can kind of develop that.
the media part. I think yes, he's definitely the player, but I think he can get the media part too. I thought when Milwaukee won it, 3 years ago or 4 years ago,
Right.
I thought Giannis was going to just shoot in there, man, but he went the other way. He can play though, man. You know he had a 20-assist game like 2 weeks ago.
You got to win too. None of them have really. I mean, Giannis won, but then you kind of get
It's called a one-off.
right.
Yeah, they count, but people forget about them.
Right.
Like I'm a big White Sox fan. The White Sox won in 2008 or 7.
And they haven't won a game since.
Ain't been close since.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a game since. They're doing their normal stuff this year, Wood.
There you
They're
go.
back to their old ways,
What's that? Not winning.
not winning.
They only 5 games out of first place in the worst division in baseball.
Yeah, they only played 6.
Yeah. Sam, who do you follow in baseball?
I've always been a Giants fan a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
because out your way. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. All right, cool. All right, here we go. You go. Hap. So
He
we
was
got-
there, man. Sam was there in McCovey. He knows what's going
Oh,
on
yeah.
out there.
I got you.
Happy NBA. New York Knicks are 0-16 versus the
Right.
Celtics, Cavaliers, Thunder, Clippers, Warriors, and Lakers. They are the number 3 seed in the East, but I think they're pretenders, man.
Mhm.
The Knicks just don't. They're a notch below, man. They're kind of, they remind me of. They're kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. They got a lot of fans. They're kind of a NBA version of America's team, but they hadn't done anything since like '90 What was that? They went to the finals against Houston, 94. And guess who was hurt
Yeah.
who was hurt that playoff round? Pat Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a weird thing, man. The Knicks just don't have it, man. What do you think, Sam?
I think they lose to the Pistons even potentially. Cunningham has
In the first round?
yeah, Cunningham's been putting up like 31 a game in their meetings this year. They sort of can't seem in the pick and roll. They can't handle them. They like to keep the big back, and that just doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So far, and they haven't beat a team. This is a fun stat I saw earlier. Was they haven't beat a team with a better record than them since February 3rd. So it's among the top teams in both conferences. They can't beat them, but yeah, I don't know.
What do you think about the Knicks, Happy?
Yeah, I think that they're going to lose to the Pistons, actually, because Pistons play a brand of basketball that the Knicks don't like to play, which is they play physical, very, very physical. And I don't think that the big cat is used to that kind of, basketball in a series. And I think he's going to get beat up. I think the Knicks are going to get beat up. I think Jalen Brunson, rather, is not completely healthy yet. So I think it's going to be hard for them. I think because the physicality that Detroit brings to the table is just going to wear them down. I think it's just going to wear them down.
He had that horrible knee injury, man. But I tell you who's playing. I can't pronounce his name, man. The forward. Look it up, Sam.
Oh, Anunoby?
Anunoby, yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing well.
The Knicks are very starter reliant too. They have the
That's Thibodeau's game. Happy. Tom Thibodeau will play his starters 40+ minutes, even in a blowout.
Hart's been playing the most minutes a game, and then
he leads the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Bridges also. I think he has the most total minutes.
I like Hart, man. But I don't know if I think Karl Anthony Towns, the cat, is a good player. I don't know if he's a winning player though, Happy.
Well, you only do as good as your team does, and so far you're right. He's not been a part of anything fantastic anywhere he's gone. I mean, I think the success he had in Minnesota there was as high as the mountain as he's gone up, but. I don't think in New York, I don't think that I said this on the radio before, I don't think it's a good fit in New York for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what I think, and Sam, here's what I think. I think they jettison him this offseason, and they get Kevin Durant.
Yeah, there's been a lot of reports about
Why?
that.
Happy shaking his head. What are you saying?
Why?
Durant's a mercenary, man. In my mind, he's a hired gun. He's not the guy.
But why? Why would you, if you're the Knicks, why would you want him?
I Right.
I'm saying, why would you want to bring in a guy? You can score the basketball. They got enough people on that team to score the basketball. So right now, if you want to get him, you've got to give up some of that offensive power that you have now.
True.
You don't think anybody?
Then you bring in a guy that takes away from your defensive side of the ball. So if I'm the Knicks, I would not want Kevin Durant. Nothing personal. I just don't want to go that route. I think if you're going to get somebody, I think you have to get somebody that's going to play some defense for you also and contribute on that end, because that's what you do. That's what the Knicks do.
You wouldn't trade Cat for Durant straight up?
I would.
No.
You said yes?
I would.
I would too.
Yeah.
I
would.
I said I would. Why wouldn't you?
No. Well, because two reasons. One is because
one's younger. Yeah.
You got three things that Cat brings to the table.
What's that?
He's a big body.
Yeah.
He can score.
Yes.
He can rebound.
12, 13 a game. He's second in the league.
He can change the trajectory of a driving player to the basket. He can make them think twice about that.
A big body.
And he will give you a lot of minutes per game because he's young.
Younger. And Durant is starting to miss games because he's getting older.
True.
He's be 37 his birthday.
That makes no sense to me.
You got a good point.
I wouldn't make that trade. You're trading because of a guy's name now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You're
think
trading to get a guy what he used to be.
Durant had 27 points a game this year, though. Losing team, but 27 points a game.
Yeah, I think he's better on a better team, even at 30, 37.
Yeah.
And
Soon
you
to
can
be.
move Robinson into the starting lineup at the 5, and I don't think that's as big
Keep
of a drop
Towns
off.
at 4?
No, I mean, I'm assuming Towns is gone. With
Okay, I
Durant.
got you. Oh, you say if you trade him.
Yeah,
Got you.
Robinson is serviceable. I think Robinson he might be a key against the Pistons. He's got the length, and I don't know. We'll see, but
I don't know if he's been hurt a lot, though, man.
Yeah,
He missed
yeah.
a lot of games. He's only played 17 games this year.
yeah,
Good place for Durant to go would be Dallas or Miami.
that'd be interesting. That would be interesting.
They were talking Miami last year before he went to Phoenix. So,
I think those are the two spots he would be best in. They would serve him best because he doesn't have to carry the entire load.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you get a certain age, a la bomb, you can't you can't just
that, man.
night in and night out,
Yeah.
do what you used to do. You just can't do it.
You
Yeah.
can't drive
So-
Yeah, I got you.
Kyrie's there, Anthony Davis there, Likely's there. The other big guy, what's the other big guy's name that plays for Dallas?
Gafford.
Gafford's
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
there.
a good player.
So, they bring in KD.
Klay
KD
Thompson.
can give him
Klay
Klay Thompson's
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
So they bring in KD. KD can give him anywhere from 15 to 20 points a game with no sweat at all, and doesn't have to be the focal point of your offense.
Game in and game out.
And what he'll do is he'll make it difficult to double team anybody on the floor because he can still shoot the ball.
But who we're going to do? We're going to go, between us three, we're going to go team presently constructed. Why haven't they won 16 tries? They haven't won one against a good team. I don't know what's going on, man.
And here's why. I think the Knicks play a limited offensive style of basketball, and I think matchups hurt them because they're not, to my knowledge, and I could be wrong. You guys correct me if you think I'm wrong, but the teams that you mentioned that they're 0-16 to, all those teams have one thing in common. They can run the basketball for the entire game. They can get out and run the floor.
Pace. Get the pace up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Knicks aren't necessarily, that's not their brand of basketball.
That's a good point. Knicks walk it up.
So
That's a good point. Unless it's a like what you call a cherry pick or freebie breakaway.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
They
So
got to get a steal. They don't.
they
Notice call.
they don't play.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't play that fast pace like Indiana does or like Cleveland does, or at times like Boston does, because the other thing that the Knicks don't do is they look for people to bring the ball up the court, whereas those other teams, anybody that has the ball can bring it up the court,
Right.
and they start a break that way. So we don't have to look for an outlet guy. If you have it, you take it. Whoever's running it, run it. And the Knicks don't necessarily do that. They look for
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
they look for Brunson a lot
Yeah.
to get the ball in his hands. It's just a different style of basketball.
Yeah.
It's more of a controlled climate type, offense.
Remember, this is a blast from the past and made happy. You remember John Lucas, of course, Hap.
Yeah.
John Lucas said, man, run it up their back. As soon as they score, don't give them a chance to turn around. You run it right back at them.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks can't do that. The Pacers
Yeah.
can. The Celtics
That's what I'm
can.
saying.
Yeah, the Celtics can.
All the teams they lose to can do that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm making a point. John
Yeah.
Lucas told me that, man, long. He said, man, as soon as it goes in, run it the back. Don't give them a chance to get organized.
And that's what I said the Carolina should do.
As in UNC?
Yes.
Guy had personnel, though.
Anybody can run.
That's a good one.
I mean, if you're playing basketball, you can run.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to hurt the Knicks in the long run because they just don't do what those other teams do.
Well, the both of you
They
just,
don't do it.
The both of you just said that you're picking the Pistons.
Yeah.
You're picking
Yeah.
the Pistons in that series,
Yes.
even though the Knicks have home court advantage.
Doesn't matter. Younger, more athletic, superstar in Cunningham,
You think
coached
so,
real
Hap?
well.
Do you
Coached
think-
real well by
do you-
Bickerstaff.
Yes. Do you think
Come
Cade
on.
Cunningham is that good, or is he's the best player on a mediocre team?
No, I think he's good because he puts
Yeah.
up numbers on everybody.
Got a body. I know that.
That kid comes to play, man.
6'5", 6'6", diesel. He could play. But check
That
it out.
kid comes to play.
Speaking of him, speaking of the Pistons, Malik Beasley, as a non-starter, was third in the league in 3-pointers this year. I mean, second. Anthony Edwards had 320. He had 319. Curry had 311. Beasley, he played at Florida State. I've been watching him play in college. I never thought that guy could shoot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you
He
go.
made some money this year, bro. His next contract.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. He might have made $50 million extra dollars. I'm telling you. That kid can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I think Detroit, man. Detroit's owning something there.
You think so?
Yeah, they might be a player away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals next year.
They put like I said, they won 14 games last year, bro. 14 games. And this year they won 44.
Yeah, them and the White Sox. So I know how that is, man.
44 games in baseball. Ain't it?
They've really got a young team too.
Come on, Al.
They're very young.
Yeah.
They're very young, and that's the thing. And Big Steph's got those boys playing, man.
Man, they
He's
were a
got 'em
joke.
playing hard,
They
too.
were a joke last year.
Hard.
They were a joke last year.
And they love that guy.
Bickerstaff?
They love
Did
him,
he
man.
leave Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't leave Cleveland.
Well, they
He
kind of
was-
like they gave him some walking.
He was escorted out of Cleveland. Yeah.
when they call security and give you your box.
Yeah, they did. They gave him a box, and security walked him out.
And
He had a staple and a clipboard in his hand.
And had to get that key that slides in the door. Had to get that back.
Yeah, had to get the key back. Had to give the key
But
back.
how would you tell me years ago? Have said they can fire me. If they fire me, they got to pay me. I'll stay to the last minute.
That's right. That's right.
Mr. Cole, we turning the lights out. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right here.
'Cause they got. If you resign, Sam, you don't get the money. But if they fire you, they got to pay you. Yeah. I'm keeping
That's right.
That's right, bro. Remember that.
So you would never hear me say, I understand, let me hand in my resignation. No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm. And I do think that Detroit, man, like I said, maybe not this year, but next year, I think Detroit's gonna make a lot of noise in the East, man. A lot of noise.
They got 9 players averaging double digits, and 7 of those guys, or 6 of those guys, are under 24.
Let's look at the ages, man. The oldest guy, Tobias Harris. And on his tombstone, it's going to say Hap. Tobias Harris, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 fouls.
15 teams.
15, 5, and 5.
Listen to me. Here you go. Look at the ages, Hap. Cade Cunningham, 23. Jaden Ivey, 22. Hardaway Jr., all right, he's a little older, 32.
Yeah.
Malik Beasley, 28.
Duran.
Jalen Duren, 21. I'm telling you, man. These guys are
Listen,
young,
Ozar
bro.
Thompson. Yeah.
These guys are young.
Those guys in the Magic are gonna make some noise next year.
The Magic beat the Hawks like they owed them money.
Okay, like I said, next year they're gonna make some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the Hawks. So that
You can't brag if you beat the Hawks. I'm
what I'm
sorry.
saying is that does that mean the Hawks are eliminated? They got to lose another game. This is
No,
play-in,
what
so-
game is this? 7-8?
I'm not sure.
Here, I'll pull it up. It's
It's 7-8. If it's 7-8, they got to play the winner
yeah,
of
it's
the
7-8.
9-10.
Okay.
Yeah, so they play again tomorrow night, the winner of the 9-10.
right.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That'd
Yeah.
be 2 nights. Yeah. No,
Right,
NBA
so
playoffs,
play-
no back to backs. It'd be 2 nights from now.
Oh, okay.
They'll play the winner.
All
of
right.
the
Now,
Bulls and
can we
Heat.
say this about the NBA, man? 30. Well, how many teams in the NBA? 32.
Yeah.
20 of
No,
them. 20.
30.
30. 20 of them make the playoffs. Come on, man. That ain't right.
Yeah, what's that about? I don't love
Hap,
the
what is it,
play-in
Hap?
personally.
Hap. Money, baby. I told me this. I'm talking about years ago. I met this guy about the comedy game. It's all about the paper. It's all about the paper.
Linwood,
Yeah.
every move they make is about money.
Money's involved. Yeah.
Every trade they approve is about money.
I think that Luka trade's about money.
Could be.
Get him in LA, man. Get
Yeah.
him with the staple. Yeah.
Could be. They
you hear-
want the greatest offensive player in our game today to be in a big market.
Big market, man. Hap, you telling me that it's better for the NBA if the Lakers As great as Dallas is, I'm sure it's a great town. The Lakers are playing Boston in the finals, then Dallas playing Boston in the finals. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? That
Oh, every year. If you can get Lakers
money.
Boston matchup, yeah.
Yeah.
The two marquee names in the NBA for the last 50 years, absolutely.
They got the most championships. Speaking of that,
Absolutely.
somebody's oh, Hap. Philadelphia gets the Philadelphia Daryl Morey, their GM, gets the
Yeah.
ass of the year. You know, he's the big donkey of the year award. He signed Paul George and Joel Embiid to $100 million contract, and neither one of them played a third of the games.
Is it him or is it the guy in Dallas?
The guy in Dallas came out and said he stands by his decision. He need to
Well,
be.
who wouldn't say that?
He need to sit down and be quiet, don't he?
He's not going to say, yeah, I made a mistake from creating the greatest
Luka-
offensive player we've ever had.
Luka went back. I don't know about that one. Luka went back to Dallas and gave him 45 out. But Hap,
I saw that game.
they
I
had
saw
Dirk,
that game.
they had Dirk Nowitzki and Mark Aguirre. I don't know about being the greatest. Oh my God, Aguirre could score, man. And I'm telling you right now, for a good 7 or 8 years, Nowitzki was the toughest matchup in the league, man. He was 7 feet, man. Shooting threes, had a post game. He was 80 plus, high 80s from the line. You couldn't stop that guy. He was incredible.
Yeah, that is very true.
Luka is
But what I will say is this, all right? Luka is something more than those guys were.
in what way?
Luka is hard to guard anywhere on the floor.
True.
If you let Dirk get to a spot, it was pretty much over.
Yeah.
But Luka
And he had to receive the pass. Luka could do it off the dribble.
his handles are good. He can get to his spot. He's got a big body. He's just, yeah.
He one of them dudes, man.
Yeah, he is one of them dudes, man.
Yeah.
So,
Look like he should be playing in the police league. Drink a couple steins of beer afterwards, smoking Marlboro Lights. You look at it in the game, he got 60 points.
yeah, with a cigarette.
With a
So
cigarette.
it is amazing what he does, man, because he doesn't look like he can do all that. You know, you look at him, he's
Kind of round.
a
Yeah, kind of round. Got a double chin.
yeah.
Got a double chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He big, man. I tell you what,
But
man.
I will say this for him now.
What's that?
Despite his not being able to play defense,
I still
what
go
he
watch him
brings, what he brings, I wouldn't. If the Lakers or him,
play. Him.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
He hates LeBron James.
I would think that Luka is never going to be a defensive player, but
No,
he
he is what he is, man.
Yeah.
he is what it is, man.
He is
He's
what he
never
is,
going to
yeah.
change that.
Yeah,
He's never going to all of a sudden get, good footwork on defense, turn his
Yeah.
hips,
Competitive.
he's
One
he's
star
never going
guy.
to do
Sort
all
of
that.
mental. Yeah.
Well, here's what Coach Smith always says: if you got those unbelievable athletic moves on offense, why you can't do it on the other end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said that too, Hat. Without even me telling you that quote, I
Yeah.
think you said that too. Like James Harden I ain't never seen nobody with a body like his can squeeze through the tiniest holes and get past somebody, but he can't move his feet on defense.
Right.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
yeah, that makes sense. But he's had a comeback year though. I give that guy credit. He lost
I will say
about
this.
20 pounds playing well.
He sure did.
Yeah, he did.
I will say this on behalf of all special offensive players that lack on defense. I will say this on their behalf.
Go.
When you're on offense, you initiate the reaction of the defensive player.
Right.
Some people react quicker than others.
True.
Those guys don't react quick enough on defense to be great defensive players. You put them in a position where they have to react instead of initiate the movement, they're in trouble.
Well, it makes sense. And some guys are great helpers, not great primary. You know what I mean? Larry Bird was not the best defensive player you ever seen, right, Happy?
He was not.
But he was always in good position, though, on the help. Bill Russell, one being lefty, he didn't block the guy he was guarding. He got it on the help. Like if Sam, I'm Bill Russell. Sam's my teammate. I blocked his guy's shot. You know what I'm saying? When his guys tried to lead in. Bill Russell got the help, man. He was a great help side. And lefty. Most great shot blockers. Greatest block it with their left hand or their natural left-handers. Wilt. Who's a great left-handed shot blocker, even though he's right-handed? Hakeem. Have no talking about.
Hakeem. Yeah, Hakeem was great, man.
I'm telling you.
Great.
He is the most underrated great player of all time, I think.
But I sympathize with Luka and Harden and Kyrie and people like that who are so unbelievably gifted offensively, but lack a defensive presence.
You got the bad rep defensively, yeah.
You know, but you have to have them on your team. You have to have them in the lineup. You know. And it's amazing that we don't hear more about Steph Curry not being a good defensive player because he's not.
He's so beloved, though. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
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 He's so beloved.
So you don't hear a lot about his weakness on the defensive end. You know, which was exposed when they played Cleveland a few times.
Yeah, they would hide him. They would hide him. I'm telling you, before my man got before my man tore his Achilles twice, he was the best two-way guard in the league. Klay Thompson was.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
Then man, he was just he's never been the same, man. It's a shame. He's a good player now instead of great, but he's also probably 30. How old is Klay Thompson now, Sam? 35, maybe?
Yeah,
48.
I feel like
Sam, I have to say 48. How old is Bo Nix? And remind you, Happy, he just had his rookie year.
Hey, Bo Nix is 26, I think.
No, I think he's 24. How old is Klay Thompson?
35.
Hey.
Look at see how old Bo Nix is.
I got you.
Hey, there's a guy that played longer in college than Bo Nix
25.
did.
Bo Nix is 25 as of right now, Hap.
I told you, it said 26. I went for it.
Hey, what you gonna say? Somebody played longer than Bo Nix?
Yes, in college. Guy played 7 years in college.
Who?
Quarterback at Louisville.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I read that today, as a matter of fact. I can't believe I didn't remember. He did.
Hey, but I watched Louisville play a few games this year. That dude can ball, man.
But Hap, come on, man.
That dude can ball, man.
You're 27 playing against an 18, 19-year-old guy. You spoiled the ball.
Don't matter at that position.
There's no way you believe what you just said.
I believe what I just said. At the quarterback position.
So Peyton Manning, after his third year in the NFL, goes back to college. Man, I can't believe he passed for 10,000 yards in 1 year. Yeah, of course he will.
Well, he did that when he was in college.
The point I'm making is, Hap. Come on, man. So, Hap. So Chris Winkie won a Heisman at 27. That's right.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I got no problem with a quarterback because you don't have to hit other people. Now, if you take somebody like
this is Hap's comedy chops coming out.
I'm dead serious.
What?
If you Ray Lewis, right?
He should have played at 15.
And you went back to college.
He should have played at 15.
Yeah.
Hap, please.
So that's a different ball game.
Hap, please.
But a quarterback, nah.
Hap, please tell these people that Ray Lewis is from Lakeland, who's not far from. How far is that from Tampa, Hap?
About 20 minutes.
So
20,
Hap, tell
30
me,
minutes.
you said you're with Ray Lewis was a teenager beating up grown men.
Man, Ray Lewis would go to the games and threaten the coach of the other team. You know, he would
kill everybody.
He would ask the coach, "You got a backup quarterback? Because I'm gonna take this one out." Ray was. He was.
And 3-time Florida heavyweight wrestling champion in high school.
Yeah.
He won it like 10th grade on. He was killing people.
Yeah. It just wasn't right, man.
He's the second best. He's the second best football player I've ever seen.
Ray was a pro when he was in, high school.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So like Derrick Henry, same thing. You just knew what they were gonna do.
Derrick Henry, come on.
But my point is, that if you're a quarterback and you don't have to face anybody eye to eye, you don't have to.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
usually, I still believe they're too old to play, but that is a good point. That's a good comeback. You believe that, Sam? I don't know, man. I just don't think you can be 25,
Okay,
26.
well,
Play
let me put it to you this way then.
Here we
All
go.
right,
Here we go.
let's take Reggie White and send him back to college after being in the NFL. He would kill somebody.
Literally.
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
kill
somebody
somebody.
be in the
All
hospital.
right.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Yeah.
dead.
If you send a quarterback to college, he wouldn't kill anybody. He might complete some passes, but he
True.
might not. He might get some passes deflected or something like that.
That's a good point.
But
I hate to
but
admit
for
it.
sure though, you take a linebacker or a defensive lineman or offensive lineman or a cornerback or somebody like that.
What's the guy that played for Kansas City, went to Alabama? Derek, the linebacker, got killed in a car accident.
Oh, yeah,
Number
Derek
58. You can't send him
uh,
back to college, man.
Derek Thomas.
Derek, I'm telling you, Sam, that guy was unbelievable. He was unbelievable when he had.
Oh my
He was
God.
Lawrence Taylor II.
Oh my goodness. But that's what I'm saying though. Quarterbacks to me, 27, whatever, playing against other 18-year-olds, you know, But a linebacker, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, cornerback, come on, man. Come on. Somebody gonna have to notify the family.
Before he made the tackle.
Before before he made the tackle. So I just
You know what's really
that's
good?
why I always say about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, you
So,
said that for a year or two now. You know what's really good, man? You remember Hugh Green?
yeah, play at Tampa.
Yeah, but I'm saying in college at Pitt,
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Yeah.
he was runner up for the Heisman
Mm-hmm.
back then. But he played at Tampa like at least 10, 11 years, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He was a good player, man. He was honest. He
Him
was
and his,
like, yeah, he was great.
him and the Selman brothers.
Yeah, from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Louis and Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but that's my point about that whole thing. So this guy at Louisville, Shook played 7 years. But man, let me tell you
One
right
of them
now.
had to be a red shirt.
I know you guys didn't see him play, but I watched 2 of their games this year. Man, this brother.
They talking about him too, but who they're really talking about as a sleeper hat. The guy you brought up, and Sam might know this. The guy at Syracuse.
Dart.
Not Syracuse.
Oh,
McCord.
Yeah, Kyle McCord.
McCord. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he transferred from Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Shuck is he was the quarterback before Bo Nix on Oregon.
Who's this?
The guy we were just talking about, Tyler Shug.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
2 years before Bo Nix.
Bo Nix old, man. Bo Nix old, man.
So, telling you,
I
man.
think Bo Nix played in the NFL and then went back to college, changed his name, and then he went back and played in the NFL again. What's that movie have? Where you born reverse?
Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Bo Nix has been the butt. That dude, he
But look at
old.
this guy. Look at this guy we just talking about though. The Shuck kid played longer than Bo Nix in college.
Yeah.
One of them had to be a redshirt. You look, Sam.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, his first year redshirt.
he had
Yeah.
multiple. Yeah.
Still, what's that? Then that's 6 years.
He
So-
started. Yeah, he started
3 teams.
3 schools.
Yeah.
I know he played Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember how shall remain nameless? It was a quarterback for Duke, man. He went to Notre Dame.
Leonard,
What was his first name though?
Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard. And they were playing somebody. They were playing Miami. No, yeah, Miami. And he said, I got to wait and see if Riley Leonard's going to play. I said, no matter how Kawhi Leonard's playing, they still get their ass kicked. And that's exactly what happened. So we got to wait and see it. Hey, he was
It
get
don't
drafted.
matter. It don't matter if Leonard Nimoy. So
Hey, he can get drafted. Get him on Spock. He can get drafted too, man. Hap.
oh, the Shuck kid.
Yeah, Hap. Listen to this. Who sucks in the pros? The backup quarterback, Drew Lock, right?
Say it again.
Drew Lock sucks. Drew Lock played for the
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
They went to the Giants. He just signed a 2-year, $6 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks.
Well,
I'll tell
there
you,
you go.
man. Backup quarterback I'm telling you, you can make some money, bro. What's that dude name, man? Played for Missouri. I'm looking right at it. He got the beard, kind of diesel. Played Chase Daniels. Played 14 years, man. Made $70 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit out of control.
Yeah. Backup quarterback. That's what you want to play.
Hey, what you want to play, man?
So you parents out there teaching kids how not to be real good,
Bitch be, oh,
but
just good enough
just be good enough
to get
to
the
make a
lead.
team.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Yeah.
And practice your clipboard
Yeah.
holding.
That's right. That's
Everything.
right. Hold up the signs.
Yeah, send the plays in.
That's right, baby. Ching, ching.
All the way to the bank.
So
All right, go.
now there is some heat on my man. Not my man. He was terrible to me, but Jalen Milroe.
Giants bringing him in. I mean, Cleveland's bringing him in next tomorrow, I think, for a private workout. Or he's
Well,
going,
I
they're
tell
going-
you, somebody should consider that kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Give him a couple
He's
years
a-
of working his accuracy. He'll be all right.
late first round, early second round pick. You know, somebody down there. I don't think he's worth moving up for. But you know,
All right. I got a point here. I think I was going to bring it up later, but since you said that, how do you go from a stinky team to a good team like almost overnight?
well, here's how.
Hitting on draft
You
picks.
drop in the draft.
Yeah, and get draft picks, right,
Yeah.
Hap?
Tank.
Well, look, and I think this whole thing with
Don't you
Shadur
agree?
Sanders.
Oh, that's the next topic.
Yeah.
I got it right here. Go.
You
I
do
think this
that.
whole thing with
Yeah.
Shadur Sanders is a setup.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It's a setup by the Giants to get more
Nope.
picks. Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
What do you say? Go,
Nope.
go, Happy.
I think it's a setup by his camp for him to drop
His
I
camp.
believe
Okay.
that. I
Yes.
believe that.
in his camp for him to drop down because his dad that wanted to play for a horrible team.
That's very Deion Sanders.
So instead of coming out pulling a Peyton Manning and the Manning saying my son won't play there, they probably put out these things about how difficult he is to play with, how his
Sandbag.
arm strength is weak, how sometimes you take downs off, and you notice his stock started to drop.
Yeah.
And I think that's a plan that they came up with a long time ago.
Happy.
like
Things get
that.
out for a reason. Right? Things get out for a reason. Somebody leaking it. You're right.
No, I'm saying they're doing it on purpose.
No, that's what I'm saying. Things get out for a reason. They want
Yeah.
this stuff out.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
I think we talked about this last week, but we'll see as I bring this up. I think there's a comp with Shadur Sanders and Tua. Let me finish before you say anything. Smallish, not overly great athletes, but what do they have? They're incredibly accurate, like on the throw. Shadur Sanders had no line, no running game, and completed 74% of his passes, man. Now that's crazy. He's accurate. Only thing Tua, the downfall on Tua is he's hurt a lot. Half
Oh.
shaking his head. Go, Happy. Oh, Sam's got a point. Say your point first.
I like a Jared Goff comparison. Actually, they got like similar size,
incredibly
accuracy.
accurate. Yeah.
Not super mobile. I don't know about the Tua, but what's
Go,
happening?
Happy. I see Happy shaking his head. Go, Happy.
Look, that is not a comparison to me because they don't play the same style of football. You know,
Bring
Tua
it-
cannot run to save his life, left or right, north or south. He cannot run to save his life.
What world are you
Okay.
living in where Shadur Sanders can run?
Shadur Sanders had to run because they had no offensive line. And like I told you last week,
Oh, you don't
he
mean
wasn't
ru-
running.
you don't mean
he
rushing.
wasn't running to gain yards. He was
Right.
running to stay available to pass the ball down the field.
Okay, you don't mean rushing
like
yards.
that.
You mean
Could've-
running around.
He could have run at any time he chose to,
I got
but
you.
he put the pass instead of the rush.
Right.
At his own cost sometimes, at taking a lick he shouldn't be taking, trying to get the pass downfield. Tua cannot do that. Tua, if you collapse the pocket on him, night.
Yeah.
Night. And that to me separates them by eons to me. A guy who can still make a play, such as a la Patrick Holmes, as opposed to a guy that can't get 2 feet out of the pocket. No, sir.
So when you say, so you think Shadur Sanders will be the better quarterback in the end? He's better than Tua. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. You made a comparison. You know,
Right.
that's the comp you made.
Right.
No, I don't. That's
Not
not
play
a good
style.
comp. No,
Yeah.
Ah,
completely different style of
I don't
football.
know, man.
Yeah. No.
they're both small, so they
Because-
both get hurt.
Well, a lot of people are smaller and get hurt, but
That's a comparison. isn't
so,
it?
but it's not. They don't play the same style of football. They don't, because one can move, one can't move.
What's the man's name? He couldn't. I'm telling you, man. No line, no running game. That's 74%. Now, that's a good point you made about the he ran to stay alive to make himself available for the pass. I wonder what.
He could have run, because a lot of time there was open field in front of him, but he chose to try and get the ball downfield,
And
which
did
is
it.
the way he was coached.
And I kept hearing this. I didn't keep hearing it, but I read this too. They hadn't been a winning quarterback in college. 13-12.
Yeah.
But a lot of quarterbacks who ended up being great pros weren't winners in college. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. It's talent. And like you said, have what you got around you.
Well, I think that they're very smart and it's very calculated what they're doing.
How about this? It's been rumored that Derek Carr might miss the whole year for the Saints.
Yeah, he's got an injury.
Yeah, it's a shoulder injury. So if he misses the whole year, do the Saints take Shador at 9 if he's available?
I think either way.
If he's available, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather have him than Carr either way, I think. Long term.
Well, I mean, that's a great place for him to play. I mean, he gets to play half the season indoors. Elements won't be an issue for him for those 8 or 9 games. I think the ownership there is decent. I think the management is decent. I think they're trying to build something good there, and they're moving in the right direction. They do have somewhat of a decent defense, and I think they have a really good tight end there, if I remember right.
Yeah. And Hap, you remember
And
last
Alvin
year.
Kamara is still there, right?
He's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
good play. He signed a new deal. Perhaps you
Yeah,
remember
so-
last year it started out gangbusters, 3-0, killing people. They beat
Yeah.
Dallas to death. They beat somebody else, and I thought they were gonna be my
Yeah.
God. And then I don't know,
It fell
injuries,
apart, yeah.
injuries, and they came back to earth.
In reality, you know.
They
Yeah.
were
Injuries-
one of the more
injuries in
injured
what?
Teams.
In reality,
Yeah. Injuries in reality.
right? I said, wait a minute, man, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not that good. What the hell are we doing? Okay. But I think that he goes there, that'll be good for him. I think that'll be really, really, really good for him. That's a good spot for him to go to.
All right, Happy.
If he goes to the Giants, if he goes anywhere like that, he's just going to be in football hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giants, man, just unbelievably conservative, unbelievably offensive conservative. They're everything about them, man, is conservative, and they've lost more games than anybody in NFL the last 5 years. No, 7 years. They're terrible.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't mind you playing conservative. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you got to do, but you need to find a way to win conservatively.
Yeah.
So you got to get the players in there around whoever's quarterback and to play that way and win.
Well,
And I don't mind you playing that way. I mean, I get it,
yeah,
but
playing percentages. Bad management, man, makes it just leads to bad decisions and desperation.
well, you always have to question them, because if you give up your best player to somebody
Right.
in your own damn division,
And then he goes there and breaks records.
yeah, you have to question the psyche of the management.
But you gave a B- C+ quarterback A money.
Again, you got to check the psyche,
Yeah.
because that was not a good decision. I don't care if the Giants found a way to win a Super Bowl 5 years from now. That will always be something that will haunt them. Always.
You can talk about that. You can talk about that 50 years from now.
Yeah, because Saquon Barkley has gone on and won a Super Bowl,
As the guy, he was a man.
and you have only won in the last 2 years a total of maybe 6 games,
Yeah.
8 games.
And
Yeah.
horrible and a bad watch, a bad look. You couldn't just. It was crazy. All right, here we go. Now this is right up Happy's wheelhouse.
Uh-oh.
Talk about this Masters, Hap.
Do I know her? Okay, go ahead.
Talk about this Masters. Rory McIlroy. I can't speak with any sophistication on golf.
okay.
Sam, you a golf fan at all?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not a good golfer.
So I'll let you guys go Happy. Go. Talk about McIlroy.
First of all, if you
completes
guys did
career
not
Grand
know
Slam.
what was going on the other day, let me explain to you how this works, all right? He had tried for 11 years to win
Yeah.
a Masters. He had not played well there, come close a few times. So it was the only Grand Slam event that he had not won. So
Right.
it was on him. It weighed him down. And then after what happened to him at the U.S. Open last year, where he missed a 3.5-foot putt, gave that Grand Slam championship away to Bryson DeChambeau. Rory came into Augusta this week with a lot on his shoulders, a lot weighing him down. And he's the only Masters winners to have 4 double bogeys and still win a green jacket.
Yeah.
It is incredible
Pat, for
the
our
fortitude he
for our
played with.
for our Virgin listeners, tell me about explain what a bogey and double bogey and all that. Explain that, please.
All right. So it's really simple. In golf, they have par. And
Right.
par is what the number says, the number of strokes you should get on that hole.
Right. I understand.
So if
that.
it's a par 4, you should hit the ball 4 times, and the 4th time it should be in the hole.
Right.
Now, a bogey is if you hit the ball 5 times
Right.
on the par 4.
So he hit 6
He got a 6
twice, 4 times, right?
4 times. Yes.
Which has never happened before.
No, not in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in one, the Masters.
Right.
No.
He was, I think he was one of 3 players ever to go above par on the last day and still win it. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now he joins a very special group of men who have won the Grand Slam. There's only 6 people in the
Yep.
history of golf who've done that.
Career Grand Slam. Got you.
Yeah, only 6. So he is finally on that Mount Rushmore of great golfers. But for him to get back to the 18th hole, all he had to do was make a 4-foot putt, and a foot.
You crazy, man.
He had to make a foot. So, which is a 4-foot putt. All they had to do on the 18th hole was to make that putt.
Right.
Just make it. That's all he had to do. And again, this year, like last year, the U.S. Open, he missed the putt. He missed it.
Hap, just please explain how much money is on the line on that one shot, though.
Oh, millions.
Oh, yeah.
Millions.
Man, I do get all on myself, man. That's how it's
Millions.
His
And not
playoff
only-
hole was perfect, though.
Yes. Not only was the putt in regulation to win the Masters, but it was also to win a career Grand Slam.
Right.
He makes that putt. He wins the Masters. He's on the Mount Rushmore of Grand Slam winners, everything. And he missed it. And he missed it, luckily enough for him. And this is what's amazing to me. This is truly amazing. Imagine the millions of people watching this at home. Imagine the thousands of people that are standing around there. And you miss that putt, and you have to face a guy who is red hot that day, who shot a 66 that day, and waiting on the range, warming up, waiting to see if you make that putt. And you miss that putt. And here comes my man, Olympic gold medalist Justin Rose, England, nice guy, spokesperson for MasterCard, walking to the first tee. They got to play 18 again. And there sits the sad and dejected Rory McIlroy at 5 feet 8 inches tall, second leading driving distance in the Masters this year. And he's dejected. His shoulders are slumped over. Justin walks up and they shake hands. They're good friends. And they say, look, play good golf. You do the same. First tee shot, boom, right down the fairway. Justin Rose, boom, right down the fairway. Second shot, Justin's a little bit further back.
Right.
He goes first. Second shot, right over the flag, 10, 11 feet from the pin. McIlroy stands up on the 18th, the same shot he hit before. It went to a little right in regulation. But in the overtime period, the sudden death hole, he hits a beautiful wedge shot to within 3 feet of the pin, and it trickles back down, and it's right there. Justin Rose goes to putt to push this out to another hole. In the Masters, they would play 18 again, then they would go to hole 10.
Right.
Justin Rose has an 11-foot putt. It breaks to the right a little bit. Speed is very important. He hits it, misses by a half an inch. Rory steps up. Complete silence. He stands over the ball. The announcers say there's really nothing in this putt. The announcer says he's about to step into history.
Okay.
He takes the putter back. The pendulum swings through. It goes in the hole, and Rory McIlroy falls to his knees and starts to cry. all that emotion, all that was on his back, everything that he was holding in for 11 years
Yeah.
came out when he made that putt. It was the second greatest Masters moment that I've ever seen. Second.
It was cool.
After Tiger,
2019, Tiger Woods
Yeah. It was
winning
incredible.
another Master.
man, and I don't know nothing about golf after I let Hap take over. When Tiger Woods won that match in 2019, cried, man. Tear went down my eye. I never forget it, bro. It was incredible.
Justin
That's the
Rose.
greatest moment.
Go.
A tough thing for Justin Rose. He also lost the last time the Masters went to a playoff was in 2017, and he lost that one as well.
Sure did.
He's
Sure
he's
did.
due,
Who's that
man.
to?
Sergio Garcia.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah. But Rory is incredibly consistent. He's I think he's finished in the top 10 in 32 out of 64 majors he's been in.
Yeah, no, he's a consistent player. The problem with Rory is it's those middle rounds that seem to give him a lot of trouble.
Right. Right.
You know, because he's always there. His game is so good. He comes to compete every tournament. He can win every tournament. He's
Yeah.
got the ability to do that.
He's one
you
of those
know.
guys.
But now his nemesis was the guy who beat him last year at the U.S. Open, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
And they
That's
were
a
paired
diesel
together.
guy, right? That's a diesel
Yeah.
guy, right? Yeah.
And they were paired together for the final round of the Masters. So and Rory started off up 2 strokes. Within 2 holes, he was down 1.
Yeah.
Just like that, he was down 1 stroke in 2 holes, and he started off the day up 2 strokes. So, but DeChambeau said after they played, DeChambeau didn't play well. He ended up in 5th place, but he still got an awful lot of money. I think he got $800,000. I
Pull it
think.
up. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, he still got
Happy-
$800,000.
Happy,
5th place.
You know a lot more about golf than I do. That's why I defer to you. If you're a top 50 golf guy worldwide, you make a nice living, don't you?
You're rich.
Yeah. That means you got sponsors,
You're rich.
club
Yes.
deal, all that. You fly free, all
Yes.
that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most of them have their own private planes.
Oh man, go.
Yeah. So.
Pat, we got the purses up now.
Okay.
McIlroy 4.2 million.
Yeah.
Justin Rose 2.3.
Yeah.
Patrick Reed, I never heard that guy. Don't mean he's not good. 1.4.
Pretty good.
Captain America.
Scheffler, 1,800,000. Ain't that right, Sam? No,
A million.
80.
Yeah, 1,008,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeChambeau, like you said, he got
yeah.
800,000.
Him and
I can't pronounce this guy's name.
Soon-Jae.
Ludwig Adberg.
Yeah. Ludwig. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
did a pretty good
Yeah.
Masters. I mean, obviously, I guess.
He just choked at the end,
Yeah.
though.
He
Oh, my
did?
God, did he choke?
Yeah.
Because he was right there with him. He's right there with Rory until the last 3 holes. He's right there.
Hap, I haven't heard from this guy lately. Bubba Watson, what's happening to him? What's up with him? Is he playing well?
He hadn't been. I hadn't seen Bubba in a long time, man. I think Bubba might be playing sparingly, and
Tied for 14th.
you know,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah. 336,000. I'll take it.
Yeah, for 4 days' work, absolutely.
Yeah. And Hap, please explain to the people, man, how good you got to be one of those guys, man. It's like off the charts, isn't it?
You in golf, you have to be almost Patrick Mahomes in football.
Right.
Right.
To-
That makes sense.
You
That's
know
a
what I'm saying?
great explanation. Say it again, please.
Yeah. You have to be that good
Patrick Mahomes good.
in golf. Yes. Yes. So, and all those guys that you mentioned, on any given Sunday, those guys can win a tournament and take home millions of dollars. That's how good they all are.
I'm trying to look down here and see if any names I remember from a
Well,
while
to
ago.
your original point, even the 50th guy is
Yeah.
making $50,000 just for that 4 days. I mean, but yeah.
They made 50, yeah. JJ Spawn, you know, you recognize that
Yeah,
name?
Spawn, yeah.
52,920 bucks.
What place was he in?
50.
Yeah.
Yeah. 52,000.
Yeah.
So let's say you come in 50, you play four tournaments in a month. You come in 50th.
Maybe $20,000.
Yeah.
Not to mention everything else is on the house. Yeah.
So it's a it's a very difficult thing, golf is, man. And I always take my hat off to those guys that play at that level. Uh, it is amazing to watch golf played the right way. It really is truly amazing.
That's why the Masters is. That's why the Masters is so cool, and U.S.
Yes.
Open is cool for slightly different reasons. I mean, you get the kind of surprise people
Yes.
in there, but
Yes.
yeah,
And DeChambeau and Rory played together, and DeChambeau said later that night, Rory didn't say one word to him all day. Not one word.
Even though they're friends.
No, they're not friends, but normally when you're on the course, you say a few
Right.
things here and there.
I got you.
But he said that Rory did not say one word to him the whole day.
All right.
And I get it, because I'm focused on what I got to do. I'm not concerned about you.
especially after the last time they were together on the
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll be the first one to say, look, I don't give a damn what you do. I got to worry about mine. So I'm not. And Roy said he wasn't going to watch it,
Right.
and half the time he didn't even watch it. So, but they asked Tony Finau, great golfer by the way.
Right.
They asked Tony Finau. He said he got paired with Tiger, I think in the Masters, and he tried to talk to Tiger. And he's like, hey, Tiger had the kids. And Tiger looked at him, stared right in the eye, and said, good,
And walked off.
and walked off. So he said, at that point, I realized that it wasn't going to be any chatting that day.
Hey, it's serious business going on up here.
Yeah. But you got to be, you can't be good or great. You have to be exceptional.
Like off
Yeah,
the
you
chart.
to make-
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make
You
money.
just can't be great at golf.
Yeah.
College players are great. You have to be exceptional to play on the PGA Tour.
Rory's having a really good year.
He is.
Besides the Masters, he had 3 wins already,
Yeah.
6 top
Yeah.
25s in 6 events. Yeah,
I think he won the Players, I think, now.
yeah. Yeah.
He's one of the 3 people that have won the Players and the Masters in the same year.
And his average score in 17 rounds so far this year is 66.
That's almost impossible.
That's incredible.
That's incredible hat.
That's almost impossible, man.
That's actually insane.
That's why he's Rory
Because
McIlroy.
par for the course is 72,
I know that. Yeah.
right? So he is 6 under that consistently. Consistently.
All right. Hats off to Rory.
Hats off to
McIlroy.
that guy, man.
Yeah, man. And it took him 11 years. He didn't give up.
Hats off.
All right,
Wow.
here we go. Hap. Moving back to NBA. And Sam, you can join in this too. First team All NBA. I'm going to go first. I got.
You go ahead. I gotta plug my thing in here. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I got Giannis,
Giannis.
Jokic, Tatum,
Tatum. 2 more.
and of course SGA
Right.
4, and my 5th guy. It would have been Luka, but he didn't play enough games. Then he got this thing now. You got to play 65 games, which I
Right.
totally agree. Oh, Anthony Edwards, which
That's a
I
good
totally
one.
agree with. Who you got, Hap?
Well, it's hard to argue with those 5,
It's
man.
o-
That's
Right.
that's
and it's okay to agree.
no. I'm just saying it's hard to argue with that. That's a really good lineup. Me personally, I'd throw Jaylen Brown in there somewhere.
Second team.
I like him, and let's see who else
you
I
say
can throw in
Tatum?
there.
I said Tatum.
He said Tatum.
Yeah.
He said Tatum. Yeah, and trying to think of.
But
who
I
else
do
could
believe
throw.
Brown, when the red light is on, the stakes rise. He's the guy that Boston somehow looks to.
Mm-hmm.
Hap, is Kate Cunningham better than Anthony Edwards? I think he might be.
No,
Not
No.
yet.
He's not as spectacular. He's more grounded.
no,
Cunningham
not
could-
yet.
Cunningham could definitely like a second team guy.
Yeah, Cunningham second team guy. All right. NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Much
James
I-
Harden.
As much as I don't like the guy, it might be Draymond Green, man. As much as I don't like
Yeah.
the guy, it might be.
Yeah.
I'm taking my page out of Happy Cole's book. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean it ain't happening.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Actually, it's
I
Coach
mean,
Smith, but he actually lives it.
he
A lot
had
of
a
people,
he had a tremendous season.
tremendous season. A lot of people gonna somehow work their favorite team's player in, or won't give a guy credit because they don't like him personally, or they don't like that team or that player. They ain't had it up in here.
Yeah.
All right, so Anthony Edwards, Tatum, Jokic,
Good.
Giannis, SGA. Those are 5 I got.
That's a good 5, man. I can't argue with that. You
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
anybody who goes first in this category is going to get the right people.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this, man. All right, and then Happy. That's true. First helps. It gives y'all the leverage.
Yeah.
Have MVP. I'll let you go.
I think it's still SGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And you said this last season. He's a modern day George Gervin, man. You can't speed him up. You can't get him out of his game. If he misses, it's because he missed it, not because you did something great.
Yeah, except for one difference. He plays defense.
Big
Yeah.
difference. Big difference. He
Yep.
does. He does. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's
Yep,
a good
yep,
player.
yep,
You know, it's
yep.
a good player for them. That kid Jalen Williams,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
the second good.
Did they get him from Atlanta?
No. They drafted him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what school did he go to? Had a great. They had a great player. Won 2 MVPs in the NBA. Santa Clara, Steve Nash Jr.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know me and my use of information.
Yes.
And
yes.
he gets his nails done at Mama Lou's.
Wow. Wow. Useless information.
What's my best one though? He was born in the Volvo.
Yeah, you got so many of them, Wood. You got so many of them. You know.
All right.
It's hard not to give it to Jokic, though. I mean, because of the winning, it makes sense. But if you're just looking
Jokic
at-
is the best player in the league. I think SGA is the most valuable player in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's 2 different awards, man. I keep telling people that.
You're right.
Yeah, it's 2 different awards.
You're right.
Best player.
And Jokic is by far the best player in the
He's
league.
the best player in
Yeah.
the league, man. And I remember this guy used to come in. I used to work at this place called Ham. It's kind of like a TGI Fridays, one of those kind of places. This guy says, man, you got to get to Kobe Bryant, man. He scored 81 points in one game. How can he not be the MVP? Because he only won 33 games. That's why. How valuable are you if your team doesn't win? You're not very valuable.
No.
Yeah.
You're valuable to your bank account. You're valuable to your family. You're valuable to your lifestyle. But you're not valuable if you score 81 points and your team ends up with a 33 and 51 record or something like that.
33
No.
and 48. You're right. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
very valuable.
No.
Great. He was the best player in the league, Kobe Bryant was, but Steve Nash is the most valuable. The year before Nash got there, they won 21 games. They trade out Marbury to New Jersey, now Brooklyn. Add Nash, same guys, they win 61 games. That's MVP. I don't know how much to say it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely the most valuable player.
That's valuable player. It's not the best player.
No.
That year,
'cause you-
we were kids, but Dave Cowens won it in the 74 or something. And that's when Kareem was at his height. But Boston won 68 games that year, so it had to be
Yep.
him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yep. The cure for this is to give out 2 awards. So
Most outstanding and most valuable.
yeah, if you want to call it the most outstanding, I guess.
What would you call
yeah.
it? Because you see, I see a little hesitation there. What would you call it?
I was trying to think. Most outstanding.
They
I would
kinda-
just say that.
They kind
I
of
would just say the best player in the league.
they kind of do that because they have these player awards now. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, right.
yeah, they have these player awards now. James Harden won 2 of those player awarded whatever best player things in years
Of the
ago.
week, or the
No.
month.
when he was rolling with the Rockets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I will say this: James Harden has lost some weight, and he's kind of playing not. It's never like it was in Houston because don't let him go with that step back like they do, and don't let him do that thing where he takes the ball and rakes across your arms. He gets the foul. They aren't doing that anymore. But Harden averaged like 19 points a game last year. He's back at like 25 this year. And there's been a Kawhi Leonard sighting. Last 20 games, 26 points a game.
Healthy, man.
Healthy, man.
Healthy.
But you still go on your pro rating thing, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He go,
Absolutely.
how many games you miss, man? 45. Well, you don't get no money for those games.
That's right. You don't get paid for those games. That's right.
What I'm telling you is they gave him $150 million extension.
Yeah, and that's not right. A bus driver doesn't show up for work. He doesn't get paid for that day.
You get fired if he got a good excuse.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
No matter how great he is. So I think that's the team you have to look out for, man.
That's one of my topics, Hap.
They're sleeping.
What
My sleeper team.
What LA team is hottest?
Sleeper team.
The Clippers are on a roll, man. They've been rolling. And losing that Golden State losing them the last regular season home game. They went from a fifth seed to the playing game. That's why Golden State's playing tonight. Draymond Green missed that layup.
Yeah. They played 4 times this year, the Grizzlies and the Dubs, and Golden State's won 3 of them.
They're winning right now.
But the last one they lost was by 51.
Oh, Golden State's lost 3 of them?
No, Golden State won 3 of them.
And they beat them by 51?
The 4th game, the Grizzlies won by 51.
Oh, 3 out of 4, I got you. Man, Draymond Green missed that layup, man. I can't believe it. But, like we said earlier, he may have missed that layup, but you can't deny he's had a great season, hadn't he?
Tremendous season.
Yeah, he could.
Tremendous.
Jeez.
Tremendous, man. I can't tell you enough, man. And I never was a big fan of this until now. It's very clear to me the impact that Jimmy Butler has had on the Golden State Warriors.
They're 22 and 21 and 6 since they added him. And if he and Steph are playing together, they're 21 and 2.
I did not see that being a winning potion right away.
Well, it sure the hell is.
But man, he came in right away and made a difference. And he's playing tonight on a bad leg.
Well, he bumped knees with somebody last game.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, it was Kawhi. He's got a deep
bone bruise,
deep thigh contusion.
Yeah. I've had a bruised thigh. They no fun, man.
Well, I don't know if it's what's worse, thigh or bruised ego. Which one?
I'll take the I'll take the thigh.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll take the thigh.
That's right.
Bruised ego can linger. That's the team.
Take the thigh every time.
Yeah. I'll take the thigh. It hurt like hell,
but
I'll take it.
But I know that I'm hoping Golden State wins, and they got to play the winner of Sam. Who is in that?
It's
Sam's checking it out.
Well, if they win, they just play the Rockets. If they lose, they play the winner of the Kings and the Mavs.
Mavs, that's right. Yeah. So, that's right. The Mavs are in 10th and the Kings in 9th. So, okay.
What about the Grizz firing their coach, man? That was crazy.
Right.
I think he got fired, man. Most of not be able to handle a crazy ass Ja Morant, man.
Well, I mean, for me, Ja wouldn't be playing right now.
Even all the money on the line, Hap?
No.
Because if you're an owner, you got money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd suspend him. I'd make him go through the player union to get his job back this year.
What about his crazy daddy? That's the problem right there, man. His crazy father, man.
I don't think it's the problem, Wood. Like I told you the other night, I'm tired of people using that excuse, blaming somebody else.
You did say that, brother.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
All right? You can't blame his daddy. His daddy's not out there playing. His daddy's not telling him to make a gun gesture.
And then he changed from that to grenade gesture.
So it's not, giving him a way out, blaming his daddy. No, sir. No, sir.
Ban the both of them from the games. That'll stop.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care if his daddy comes to the games or not.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy wouldn't be there if his son wasn't playing.
Right.
So
Oh,
that'll.
so you saying if they banned the son, you got to worry about that?
That's right.
Good point.
So I would make him go to the players' union and to get his job back.
Well, he's a knucklehead, man. No doubt about that. He is.
Can't have it.
He's a complete knucklehead. All right, check
Can't
it
have
out.
it. I'm
Happy.
sorry.
Who's the hottest team in? Who's the best team in LA?
Oh, without a doubt, it's the Clippers.
It's the Clips.
Yeah, I didn't stutter. The Clips.
Half crazy, man. What about you, Sam? What do you think?
At the moment, it's the Clippers for sure. I really like Zubac down there, and just the whole team.
I think he's the what do you call it? X Factor.
Uh-huh.
That guy can get 20 boards for you right now tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Zubac.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Guess who he used to play for? The Lakers drafted him.
That's right. That's right.
Man. Well, we'll see.
I'm pulling for Golden State in this game.
Yeah. Well, I think if what's his name? If Curry, LeBron are in the playoffs and they go deep, people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fans like it.
Yeah, it's a fair fan good, farewell, happy story.
Say again?
It's a fan happy story. The fans are all happy. We got the old goats in the game and Steph Curry and LeBron James. Ooh, all the hoopla, all the magic, all the pageantry. Those guys are going to make a deep run. It's going to be good. They get to play each other one more time. It's a fan delight. It's a coach's delight. It's the NBA league's delight. It's a money-making machine. Okay, enough of fantasy world. Let's be honest here. All right.
On the way out.
I don't think the Lakers are going to make a deep run.
I think they get knocked out in the second round, man. And not because of LeBron. There's a little dislike's not the word. I just think it's a machine for the Lakers, man. In LeBron's story. There's no way he's the greatest player of all time.
Well, we're not going to talk about
Yeah,
it.
of course. We say we're not gonna do it anymore. I'm with you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's I'm not even sure. I think the Timberwolves are going to get the Lakers more than they want.
You talking about coming up playoff series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you look at the matchups, they win the matchups. Only one that let's see. Ant Edwards, Reeves. Come on, man.
They're going to have trouble though, and here's why.
The Timberwolves are
Yeah,
because
Rudy Gobert can't guard a small lineup.
he can't go out on the floor.
So they're going to have some trouble on the defensive end because the Lakers will go small.
Put Huchimara at center. LeBron, Luka, Reeves, Huchimara, and then need one more. Oh,
Maybe
Finney
Dalton
Smith.
Kennett or Smith.
Ah, that's an X factor
Yeah.
right there. Connect.
So I don't see.
Who you picking, Sam?
I'd take the Lakers in that series.
Who you got, Hap?
I'm going with the Timberwolves.
Because you really believe it, or because you hate LeBron, or both?
No, you have to understand. It's not that I hate LeBron. I just
You're done with it.
don't like what he's done off the court. I respect his game on the court.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm going with the Timberwolves too. I'm going Timberwolves also. So we'll see. Let me see here. What we got? All right, Happy. Hold it. Next,
Hey, what time is it, man?
11:15.
Oh man. Okay,
Here we go.
I got to get up at 4.
Yeah. Well, we got 5 more minutes. Here's a good one. Is Golden State too dependent on Curry, a 37-year-old 6'2" guard? Still greatest shooter in the league. Still the best footwork for the backcourt. Are they too dependent on him?
Well, I'd say yes and no.
Okay.
First of all, here's why I say yes. He's been the face of your team for so many years now. All the changes to the rants and the Butlers and the goings and the comings and
15
the
years.
suspensions of Draymond Green and the new young people coming in and all this. It's always been Steph. Always. Now, here's why I say no. Because they realize that Steph Curry can still shoot the ball.
We're the best of them.
But I watched them play though. They don't single him out and look for him all the time anymore. Because they've got Jimmy Butler now and they've got somebody else that can score the basketball. So and I think Draymond is taking more of an offensive load.
I think it's around double figures again.
Yeah, even though he is limited to offensively, Draymond is.
Yeah.
I think Butler really helped with that problem. You could still say that they rely on Curry too much, but Butler definitely helped with that.
Well, Butler he wins, man, and that again, I'm deferring to my friend here. Last year, I think when did Miami as a play-in 8 seed made to the finals? That 3 years ago. Whatever it was, the Denver
Yes.
beat him. Happy said, Jimmy Butler's not one of the. He's not gonna be. No one was saying he's one of the greatest small forwards ever. He's playoff Jimmy. In the big games, that dude shows up, man. Like tonight, he's coming to Golden State tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
the big games, he shows up. Now, my vulnerable co-host, Mr. Cole, has to get up at 4 o'clock. You got to catch a flight.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to close the show out. It's been a good one with the Sporting Hour with yours truly, my co-host, Mr. Happy Cole, Sam Karpel on the board and stats. And his
Hey,
own
Wood.
stuff. Yeah, man.
I got to say one thing before we go.
Go.
I was wrong
About.
Zach Edey.
Yeah, he's playing well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I was wrong about that.
Well, yeah. No one's right. No one bats 1,000, bro. No one's batting 1,000. And I want to say the last thing I'm gonna say. Shout out to our underwriters, Bobar, John Bowman, Mandabar, La Pen Blue, Crazy Mike Benson, the merch, my main man Chip Hoppin and his partner Patrick, World Headquarters Cigars, Kelly Masters Melton. Hit it, Hap.
That's where I get my sticks from.
Sigma Nu Fraternity, Side Chapter.
No.
Oh, yeah, Sigma Nu Fraternity, Side Chapter. And Phi Gamma Delta. Phi Gamma. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll be in our new spot, the new radio station. But
Thank you, Pablo.
Pablo again came through for us and helped let us use his private studio to put the show on. So,
Thank you, Pablo.
Pablo. I will see you next week. Thank you very much. You can find me at @TSH_TheWood and my main man Happy Cole at happycole.com on Instagram.
Get your LeBron dolls.
Yeah, man. Next week. He's gonna let it go. All right, later.